Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and in today's quick Law of Attraction video, it is time for some blunt optimism. Why is it time for some blunt optimism? Because I feel like it. That's why. So hold on to your hat because I'm about to get really blunt today on the topic of optimism. Now, if you are excited to watch today's video, please go ahead and hook this video up with a like right now and let me know what you think about it below in the comments. Additionally, make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Your engagement and support really does help promote my work here on this platform, and I sincerely appreciate it. Okay, enough business. Let's get into it. It is time to be blunt about optimism. And this is an idea that struck me, I don't know, about a week ago. And I didn't know that I was going to create a video on it, but I'd been writing it down in my journal. And I know you probably can't read any of my chicken scratches, but right at the bottom for probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, I had written new direction, blunt optimism. And my intention wasn't to create a video about this, but rather to be more upfront, more blunt, more direct about the importance of optimism. And within the past week, this has become increasingly obvious to me. And so I want to pass this along to you, because if you are somebody who watches my channel or my work with any degree of frequency, you probably are a pretty optimistic person, or you're trying to become a more optimistic person. If you understand how much your mindset affects your reality through the law of attraction, oh yeah, you're doing your best to become optimistic, and that's a wonderful thing. But here's something that is often missing in the community of the optimists, and it's bluntness, it's directness, it's speaking up for the optimistic perspective. Ordinarily, and you've probably seen this, the negative perspective is much more comfortable being loud about their perspective than the positive perspective. The pessimists tend to be loud, while optimists often are quiet. And you can see this where perhaps there is somebody who feels like they've been victimized. They feel like they've been taken advantage of, and they are going about it by complaining or bemoaning their circumstances or talking about how bad they have it or how bad somebody else has it. And as an optimist, you may feel a natural tendency to become kind of a shrinking violet in that moment and not speak up for the optimistic perspective. And when that happens, the pessimistic side wins, for lack of a better word. If a pessimistic opinion or a pessimistic group of people or someone who's being negative causes you to feel like you should not voice your opinion on why it's important to be optimistic, why it's important to look on the bright side, why everything is working out, if you feel the need in that moment to become a shrinking violet, what has happened is that the pessimistic person has overridden your optimism. They've gotten you more on their team than you've gotten them on your team. See, the way that I envision the trajectory of consciousness for those of us who are on board with optimism, for those of us who are on board with the idea that we are responsible for the realities that we create, the way that I envision that is that as time progresses, we have to become more confident in our perspective. We have to speak it matter-of-factly. We have to be undeterred by pessimists. We have to feel like if somebody wants to spout off a negative opinion, you should feel just as entitled to spout off your positive opinion. Now, please note, that doesn't mean engaging in a fight. It doesn't mean talking down to the other person, because clearly that's not positive. But it does mean speaking your truth. So let me go ahead and speak my truth to this audience. And I know that I'm preaching to the choir on this, so most of you are going to be behind what I'm saying 100%, but if you're not, I'm okay with that. You know why? Because I'm going to be blunt about my optimism. Negative thinking creates negative realities. Victim mentality creates negative realities. If you feel that you are being victimized by life's circumstances, You are actively participating in creating a reality that continues to show you that you are a victim. Conversely, if you choose to be empowered by everything that happens to you and around you, you will create a reality where you continue to be empowered. Feeling sorry for yourself, feeling bad about where you came from, does nothing to create a positive reality for yourself. And to take that even a step further, commiserating with someone else who's in victim mentality doesn't help that person anymore either. Anytime you feel called to listen to someone complain, side with them about what's going wrong, you are disempowering that person. Why? Because you're saying, oh, poor you, poor victim. You can't handle the truth. You don't know how to be positive. You can't create a good reality for yourself. Blunt optimism, instead, being matter of fact, being direct, and letting that person know vibrationally, intuitively, through your words, through the way that you carry yourself, through the way that you speak, that you know they're better than what they're saying. That really empowers them because it speaks a different message that I know you're not the victim. I know that you are empowered. I know that you're going to do great things here. There is a word that's used very commonly in the spirituality community. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called light worker. Okay. If you are a light worker, you have one job. Okay. One job and one job only. And that is to share light. Share love. That means when you have a perspective that could help somebody, you speak it. That means you stand firm in a state of love and light. That means you aren't dissuaded by people who are being negative, but who are louder than you. Now, in case I haven't already made a really great case for blunt optimism, here is a really huge benefit to it. If you are blunt about your optimism, if you speak your mind freely, even to those who are playing the victim, even to those who are complaining, if you speak your mind freely and with conviction, your positive message will be much more persuasive. It also means when you have blunt optimism that you believe in positivity. You're not kind of hedging your bets. You're not kind of looking over your shoulder. You believe in the power of positivity when you're willing to be blunt about it, when you're willing to stand up for it, when you're willing to speak freely on it. You don't try to please everyone. You don't try to even convince everyone. You just make a decision that you are going to be unapologetic and consistent in your positivity, day to day, conversation to conversation, and person to person. All right, thanks so much for watching today's video on It's Time to Get Blunt About Optimism. If you enjoyed this video, again, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it below in the comments. And also, if you are new to my work, I would love to invite you to take my Law of Attraction test. If you would like to see how your thoughts create reality, I've designed a test to show you just how to do that. And to take that test now, go ahead and look below in the description for a link. Thanks again for watching today's video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.